you don't have a clear direction in your business, how to get somebody from a prospect, a freebie, into a paying client, then you're just losing leads and you're burning yourself out. And you're probably thinking right now, well, isn't that everybody? No, it isn't. And since I've implemented this system that I'm going to show you today, it has been completely different how I do my content, delivery I give both external to the market, but also internal to my guys. And I want to help you change the system for you so you don't have to be guessing when your next lead's coming in. And I call this system the access ladder. Quite simply, it's taking somebody from being aware of you to building trust with you to eventually then buying off you later on down the line. And especially nowadays, gone are the days the way the marketing used to be where you could just put offers out and people bite. The funnels that people build are dying, people are spending more money, and people just aren't quite biting. They're not going through the system. Whereas when you build a flywheel like I have instead of a funnel, then everything changes and people are always going to buy off you at some point if you are qualifying them and if they are the right fit for you. But when it comes to your offers, often people are making too many offers and they're just confusing people without guiding them down a path. So the big focus here would be to focus on one product with one market and make sure that you have one outcome that you take them towards. So let me show you this, right? This is the system. And quite simply here, we've got the access ladder. The more they go up the ladder, the higher they go up the ladder, the more money they pay. It's as simple as that. If you think about the system and how this is laid out, we've got the lead magnet, which is something of the painkiller that you will be focused on for your guys. So what is the thing that you're fixing? What pain are they having? Or what problem are they having? And what are you going to kill the pain with? What is the solution that you can give them that brings them into your world to build trust? When they've got into your world, you have their email address. And you will then start emailing them and building trust with them. We then have Skool, which is the next step. For me right now, I use Skool because I feel like it's the best platform for this. But again, it's taking them up the ladder. It's building more value, more trust, and you're able to give them much more of a wider variety of stuff that you can feed them with, just like this video, that will then build trust and help them move further forward. Again, once they're in your flywheel and they're receiving this, they're going to buy off you at some point. And then we've got the group aspect. So this is then let's say the paid version. And this is a group style coaching, taking them through a system. For mine, for example, it's an 8-week course where I help people accelerate their business. And accelerating them for 8 weeks is the sort of like done with you / do it yourself course. But then we've got the next step up, which is the full mentoring, which is one-to-one, and that's for 12 months. So if you think about it like this, as you build your system for yourself and your business, just look at what each one of these are and where you're taking them. But this is the big focus. We're always taking them up this path from not knowing you and guiding them all the way up to the top with where X marks the spot. And that quite simply is the one outcome, the one focus, the one promise. Because again, when you're talking to people and you're trying to get them to bite into your program and you're throwing all different offers and different outcomes to them, they just get confused. And you get confused with your marketing, right? Because you're marketing lots of different things. But if you focus on this one outcome and make sure that you're focusing all your energy to talk about this one outcome, people will then start to understand who you are and what you do. They will then join your world at some point here. Sometimes people might join your world and say, I'm straight in, and they jump in and start paying you from day one. They may even go up to the top level, whatever it is. But most people, what we're trying to do here is to get them to start their journey here so that we can then take them through the stages and eventually get them to their goal. Some people may not need to go to the top service that you provide. They may hit their goal well before that. And whatever the situation is and how the scenario turns out, then great. Let me actually show you this, because when it comes to the systems behind the main way we do things, it is really important that you understand that you have automations and systems in place. Because years ago, I didn't have anything in place and I was doing everything manually. And as much as, I hit 10K months online as an online strength coach, and I felt like I'd achieved what I wanted to do because that's what I set to do. But I still feel like I was burning out and I didn't really have a business that was continually building. And it's all because I didn't have the right systems in place. So again, when you look at the way that we build this access ladder, you need to make sure you have a few things in place. So for example, we use the first area of sort of like building people into your lead magnet, let's say. We use ManyChat, and this is, if you're unaware of what it is, it's a bot that is built in social media. It's a separate company, obviously, but this will guide people into your flywheel by getting them to, let's say they comment the word engine. You can preset this to whatever you like, but that's mine, for example. If you comment the word engine, you will then get pushed into my ManyChat autoflow, and then you will go into either YouTube or you go into my school. Either way, they're both taking you into the flywheel. If you go to YouTube, then obviously you're going to be shown my videos, and that's a YouTube sign if you didn't figure it out. And inside there, you're going to be able to build trust, understand, and get value. This is what's happening in this period. And the whole idea is that you're going to be watching the videos thinking, I get this, I like this guy, I want to see more, I'm going to continue binging the content. And from there, you will then see the next one and the next one, because it will continue then to show you through the algorithm, because it knows that you like what you've already seen. Off the back of the ManyChat as well, the next thing that then will happen is you'll then get a series of different messages that I will then be sending you to guide you again to school, so you're able to get into my community and get more value. Or you go then on to the next thing, which is I will ask you if you want to book in a call. Now, this is all automated. And if you're focusing all your energy on the content and making the content resonate, hit, and make sure it's super tight to your market, then all of this will have much better effect, and you will then start to get leads on autopilot. And by building this system like this, it has helped me hit 14K months last month and the month before in setting this up over the last 4 months. I already had the base, I just needed the systems. I implemented this, and then I started teaching this inside my program, and it has completely changed the game. If you've not already got access, then click into the description and get into Skool. You'll see exactly how it works, and you can download my free lead magnet, which will be the start of my access ladder, which will take you up through there. Now, another thing is, if you're thinking right now, like, okay, well, that all sounds good, but how do we get them onto the program? What happens next? Well, here's the thing, right? Inside Skool, we have two types of people in there. We have the guys that are, let's say, the free lead magnet guys, and then we have the guys that are your paid clients. Your paid clients are working on the systems in there, and they're working through the levels, whatever you've set for them. But then you have your non-paid clients, the lead magnet guys, that are just seeing all the success of your guys. You're then going to offer every week something that is going to guide them towards more information, more trust and likability, more, or it could even be a hand-raising post where you say, I'm looking for the next 3 people to join me in the next launch that we've got. And these guys are already warm, so they already know about you. And if you've attracted the right people and you're building your community in an authentic way like this, then they are going to want to buy from you at some point. They just need to wait for the right thing. And this is, especially nowadays with the way that social media's gone, marketing's gone, and everything else, this is a way that you build trust over time. And once you do this and it starts to compound, people will eventually buy off you. You just need to understand the exact ratio. Now, there is a ratio understanding of the sort of time that it takes for somebody to actually buy off you. And let's just say out of 100 people, we've got 15% that will buy now. Ignore my percentages on the actual square because I'm not measuring it. But you have 15% of people that will buy now. And they're like, look, I'm straight in. Where do I start? How do I start? And then you have 35% that will buy later on down the line. And when this is, you do not know. But then you will have 50% that will never buy off you. And this 50%, the first thing you need to do, and this is wise in business, is forget about them. Don't be thinking that you failed. Don't be pushing them. You need to focus on the guys that are responding, that are wanting the stuff, that are asking questions and everything else. And they will fall inside this top section. And when you think about the time frames, you can then overthink things. So again, the guys that buy now, perfect. The guys that buy later on, you don't know when it's going to be. So keep doing your work. Keep doing the shifting their belief with your content, because you need to get people to believe what you see and understand what you see in your world. And this is why it's I tell my guys all the time to be super passionate about what they're talking about. Because if you're not passionate, people will smell it and they won't buy into what you're talking about. A lot of people, especially the guys that are, let's say, newer to marketing, feel like it's a hard push, it's a hard slog. When actually, if you think about it like this, it's only a hard slog for the guys that are not passionately talking about the thing they truly believe in. Now, excuse me if you are, but let's just say a vegan, right? Most likely not a vegan if you're watching this. If you are, I apologize. But if somebody's a vegan, they're a vegan for a reason, and they will tell every fucker, and they will never back down if you tell them that it's wrong, right? Because they're passionate, they've decided, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. Well, that's exactly what you need to do with your business. You need to get super clear on who you're talking to. You need to get super clear on the content that you're pushing out. You need to get super clear on the systems, the routines, and the strategies, and everything that you teach within your business as a coach to take them to their goal and their designated destination that you have promised you'll take them. And when you nail that, it becomes so obvious and so clear, and that is exactly how you will make the most money. So look, when you're looking at this system, it really is simple when you look at it. But if you're still looking, thinking, how do I put that into my system? And you're not already on my school, and then get yourself on there and let's start building these things, because I have a training on this step-by-step of how you can build it into your business. I have a way that you can build the flywheel that takes you through step-by-step of the exact areas, which I won't go through in this video because there's a whole new video on that. But it's instead of doing a funnel. It's instead of spending too long on a funnel to realize that actually people are just dead weight at the bottom of the funnel. But in a flywheel, they continually go around, and you will build your business over time, and it will compound. So look, I hope you found value on this video, and I hope you understand that this is such a small part of what you're capable of doing within the whole business. So if you're wanting to join Launch 7 and you're thinking, how do I do it? Just go onto my Instagram, the link below, DM me the number 69, and I'll send over the information for our next intake that we have. We have one every single month. That was sick. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you soon.